Hello, Power Rangers Lightning Collection fans, and welcome back to Rangers of the Universe. I'm Chris, and in this video, I'll be taking a look at the second remastered figure, Mighty Morphin Yellow Ranger Trini Kwan. So this is the second remastered figure in the first wave of the line. I already did a video review on the Blue Ranger. Be sure to check that out. There was a delay on this video due to some personal things I've had going on, but I am here with the second review on this wave. Now, we have the same remastered style packaging as that Blue had. You've got the digital render on the front, a cool shot of the figure. I absolutely love these looks. Like the 30th artwork they had done for these looks absolutely fantastic. Then you have remastered yellow, Mighty Morphin logo, and yellow with the open power morpher. Then you have the contents of the box, 5.7 inches. So as with usual Lightning Collection figures, the female figures are usually a little shorter in height than men, but it's still very close to that 6-inch scale. Then, as you can see, you have all the same things that Blue does have. You've got the power daggers, her signature weapon, open power morpher, the head sculpt, the helmet. The head sculpt is the one that's applied with it. 2 extra sets of hands. Then you have all 3 forms of the Blade Blaster and this awesome new morphinomenal effect piece. That's like a morphing energy type of thing I'm going to attribute to it. Then again, her with the open power morpher. So, but I just can't say enough how amazing this artwork looks. Like the artwork they had specifically done for the anniversary looks absolutely amazing. But let's go ahead and open this box up. Get straight to that figure review. All right, so here we have the Yellow Ranger Trini Kwan. So, first off, right off the bat, let's take a look at the figure, the joints, because there's been a loose joints issue. That's been a big thing. All right, so the hands are correct with it. You have the 2 open hands. Now, there's definitely a little like here, the arm's pretty like bent out of it. Definitely looks to be, there's a lot of leeway room in there, it looks like. Yeah, there's definitely some unsteadiness in the leg and the arm. Now, remastered blue, I had absolutely no issues with. Now, yellow, there's definitely some loose joints with it, like loose stiffness. I definitely feel is on here. So, yeah, blue, I had no issues with. Unfortunately, yellow, I do have some definitely loose joints issues with it. But let's look too at the posability of bending the joints. So, it is pinless, double jointed knees and elbows. That's the new standard for Lightning Collection. So we got the posability there as usual. Posability in the elbows. You've got the double jointed. The head articulation. You've got like the little chest swivel here. It does not have a, now it has a little like hip swivel, but not much because it does have the belt there. And then it has the drop down knees. Well, drop down legs. So you have that drop down legs, and you can. So you have the drop down legs in it. Those do work fine. But yeah, I do have definitely some looseness in this leg, and this arm's definitely like a little bent like that. Definitely something I'm going to have to be careful with. But overall, taking a look at the paint, you have the brand new paint on the belt, the saber-toothed tiger symbol. All right, the paint is all in on the diamonds. The Trini head sculpt looks absolutely amazing. It is a brand new and improved head sculpt. They definitely did really well with these head sculpts. I mean, with it being 30th anniversary figures, I'd hope they'd get really good head sculpts for these this time around, which, not that the first ones were terrible. Well, Kimberly was. Kimberly was bad. But overall, the head sculpts are definitely much better this time. So let's go ahead and get on the saber-toothed tiger helmet to start it out. The helmet was extremely difficult to get on. That did give me a lot of difficulty with it. So let's go ahead, see if I can get it standing, but first let's also look at what she comes with. So there's new and improved paint on her power daggers. As you can see, you've got yellow outline paint with it. The saber-toothed tiger symbol is in there. Hard to see with it because the yellow into the gold, but they are newly decoed. You have an open palm for the right hand, a closed fist for the left hand, and then the power morpher hands. So you have the two power morpher hand accessories as well. The open power morpher with the saber-toothed tiger coin in there. So you've got the open power morpher as well. Then you have the brand new morphing energy effect pieces that she comes with, and then all three forms of the blade blaster: the saber mode, the blaster mode, and the holster mode. So you have all three versions of the blade blaster included in this. Now, first we're going to take a look at and show her off with the power daggers. So the new and improved sculpt with them, you're just going to put the power daggers into her hands. Let's try and get those in. So you've got one there. And then you're going to put in the second one. So let's do a stance with her with the power daggers first to show it off. I really do like the remastered figures. You know, it does suck that, you know, they're having their quality control issues, but that is kind of standard in Power Rangers at this moment. Let's just say, I mean, Lightning Collection, there's a lot of quality control issues at this moment. I mean, it's not the team's fault that it's happening, it's at the factories, but still, I mean, I got extremely lucky with Blue. I know a lot of people had a lot of issues with that one, where, again, it was mostly loose joints. That's definitely a big issue in the Lightning Collection right now. Let's see. Can we get her to stand like that? Let's try. Put the morphing energy accessory piece with her. All right, let's show off all sides of her. Let's hope Trini does not fall over with this. I'm going to do the effect piece with her power daggers in hand. As you can see, I really do. These effect pieces are very nicely done. They're done too with a translucent effect to them, so obviously they're translucent in nature as well. And I love that obviously it matches their ranger color that you see them with. So like hers are yellow. In the Billy video you saw him with blue, but overall they're extremely well done, and I very much love the translucent look to them. And I do hope these are maybe effect pieces we get with other seasons down the line. I think it'd be extremely cool to do. Maybe start off with Zeo. You know what I mean? There are definitely some figures that could use a remastered look, whether they had issues that could definitely be fixed upon release, or they're just hard to find now. So, I mean, I'd love to see more seasons hit remastered. I think it's a great idea, a great concept. Hopefully, quality control gets figured out. But yeah, I mean, overall, I really do like these figures. The look of them, everything, they definitely look fantastic. I think they're good additions to the line. It's good to get new versions of these out. Now, let's go ahead, get that Trini head back on, and those morphing additional hands to do the morphing pose with her. Show that off as well. All right, so here we have Trini with the morphing hands and her open power morpher. Now, this head sculpt was so much easier to get on than the helmet was. It did not give me any trouble at all. Again, I can't say how well they did with this Trini head sculpt. It is definitely so much better. Now, let's go ahead and show this off with the morphing effect pieces on the side of her. And I do want to go ahead and show it off too with the helmet in the center, because she becomes the Mighty Morphin Yellow Ranger, Trini Kwan. So we're going to go ahead and show off all sides of her in the morphing prowess. Yeah, the open power morpher was definitely an amazing idea and addition adding into these. I'd love to see that thing with other seasons being able to have, even if they don't do it with like the morphing accessories, like if they just include the morphers with figures from here on out type of thing, like seasons that have morphers like that, or like open SPD morphers types of things, since we have these in colors, in like different colors, we could do this with other seasons. I think it'd be absolutely fantastic. It'd be a cool way to display figures. I'd really love to. I mean, Billy is the one figure I have displayed with a head sculpt. I don't usually display figures with head sculpts, but I mean, when you've got this awesome morphing accessory and these great looking head sculpts, it's definitely fantastic to have that done. And I couldn't help but put a helmetless morphing Billy in my collection. So yeah, this is an absolutely amazing done figure. I really do enjoy it and love it. And overall, I think this line was a really good line and really smart thing to do to celebrate 30 years of Power Rangers. I truly think it was a right call in doing this year, especially to fix inadequacies on the original releases of these figures. I hope next year we see them for Adam, Aisha, Rocky, Mighty Morphin, White Tommy, and Lord Zed. I'd love to see remastered for them because I think they definitely deserve it too. I mean, Mighty Morphin White is not easy to find, not cheap to find now, especially due to the passing of the late Jason David Frank. And Rocky has yet to get a solo release as Mighty Morphin Red himself. So I think it'd be cool to do them remastered. I'd love to see that. I would definitely pick all of them up. But we'll just have to wait and find out. Wait for next year to see what's going on with Lightning Collection by that point. Now, that is all for this video. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell for notifications. Also, be sure to check out the description below and follow us on Instagram and Twitter for all channel news and updates. Now, that is all for this video, but I will be back with more Super Sentai, Power Rangers, and Tokusatsu content. So be sure to tune in. Let me know what you'd like to see. Let me know what you think of these figures. I definitely have a few videos in the works and plan. One more is going to be Once and Always themed. I've just been extremely busy and had a lot going on right now, but I do plan on having a good amount of videos. I'm going to be restarting the Ranger Review series. I've been neglecting that and putting that off, but I am planning on getting back into that as well. So stay tuned for more Power Rangers content.